Chapter 8, Merchandising Company Accounting for Sales. Before you proceed, check your general ledger trial balance as of December 31 of last year to determine if the individual account balances match the end of Chapter 7. On Reports and Forms, click General Ledger and double-click General Ledger Trial Balance. On Options, get your specific date for December 31 of last year and click OK. If the individual account balances match, then you can proceed to Chapter 8. Now you have learned how to record the purchases and returns of merchandise inventory on account and the payment within the discount period from Chapters 6 and 7. Businesses are now ready to sell these inventory items to customers. Your company is now the seller who delivers and transfers titles of the goods to the buyer in exchange for cash or on account. Inasmuch as most retail companies prefer cash sales, selling on account or on credit will help increase the volume of sales. When you had set up the inventory items in Chapter 6, you also had established the Level 1 sales price for each item. So when you sell these goods, the established sales price will automatically compute. Understanding the chapter discussion on how manual accounting records the sale of this merchandise inventory, you will now learn how to record the sales of these inventory items on account using Sage 50. You will also learn how to set up customers' accounts, and the current sales tax rate for Clark County, Nevada is 8.25%. As an encouragement for your customers to pay on time, you are giving them discounts called sales discounts. So you can close off of this screen and working on problem 8-2 to set up the sales tax rate, go to the Maintain tab, click Sales Taxes, and it prompts you the question, what would you like to do? Set up a new sales tax and click Next. On what the total rate that you will charge will be 8.25%. And how many individual rates made up this total rate defaults at 1. Just click Next. On the sales tax agency ID, you would like to identify this with NDT and click OK. This is the sales tax agency, which is called Nevada Department of Taxation. Which vendor you would like to send these taxes to would be to the Nevada Department of Taxation. Since this has not been set up, it will be set up, so click OK to that by a single rate of 8.25%. And you are to select an account to track sales taxes, which is going to be 23,100. It's called sales tax payable, and click OK and next to this. It says you have entered a vendor ID, Nevada Department of Taxation, that has not been set up, and so you'd like to set it up and create this vendor. So normally you will give this the full information given, which is first the name, Nevada Department of Taxation, and all of your contact information, account number, and so forth. This is very important for real business users. So creating this with a save means you're posting this, but there must be a valid account before continuing. So your valid account for this would be your 23,100, which is your sales tax payable. That is the expense account that will be used to default when you pull out the Nevada Department of Taxation, and you can save this. Close the screen and it will bring you to the next screen. Now, the sales tax ID also brings about the same NDT, which is your agency. And so you can call this Sale Nevada Department of Taxation for the name. The reason why there are different agencies, different states have different agencies to which they pay state tax. There are local taxes and other state income taxes that are required by the respective states, but not for Nevada. So we can finish this with the finished setup. Sales tax have been set up, so we can just close this and it was set up. Now let's set up the customer's accounts for this practice set only. In the real business world, all information must be completed to establish good credit credentials for your customers. So on maintain, click customers slash prospects. I will illustrate the setup of the first customer and you can complete all the list of customers. On the customer ID, I'm just going to use the initial. So for the first customer, I'm going to do UMCH, which is University UMC Hospital. Now go to the payment and credit terms. On the right of the screen where it says credit terms, you would like using the down drop arrow to select the customized your customers credit terms for the customers. Use the discounts and we will give this customer 10 days allowance for a 2% discount. So 2, 10, and 30 are the terms for this customer. Now the credit limit, just so it will not prompt us to for another screen for a credit limit of 2,500, we can increase this with another 22,500, or we can say notify if there is no limit or no credit limit at all would work as well. So you would like to save this and go to the next one. You can set up the list of the customers until you have finished. Moving along, you will record the sales of inventory and account to customers. I will illustrate the December 1st transaction and you can complete problem 8-3. You sold to UMC Hospital 200 units of pain medication, invoice number 1. The check figure is 2,165, which is 2,000 plus sales tax of 165. So, starting with the task, you want to click sales slash invoicing. On invoice date, you would like December 1st. On customer ID, you would like to look for UMC Hospital, and on under the quantity, enter $200, 200 units. Under item, look for your pain medication. Note that it will automatically compute the $2,000, but this is a taxable amount, so under the job column, look for the NDT, and that represents $165 for sales tax, so your total is 2,165. So all you have to do is record the invoice number 1 and make sure your dates are correct to the correct customer, the quantity and the item, sales tax, and your check figure should be correct. Then you're ready to post with a save button and go to the next one. On problem 8-5, you will record the customer's returns. And the process is similar to recording the sales, except that you will enter the quantity of the inventory items returned as a negative amount and the reference the invoice number also with a negative amount. I will illustrate the December 1st transaction with a return of 50 units of pain medication by UMC on the purchase of December 1st under invoice number 1. The check figure amount is given $541.25, which is $500 plus the 41.25 sales tax. So on task, you're going to click the sales invoicing, and on the date you would like to enter December 5. On the vendor customer ID, you would like to look for your UMC, and this is invoice number 1, which is a -1 is what you will enter. On quantity, you want to show -50 in units, and the item that you wanted to select is pain medication. Note 500 is showing, but we needed to identify that it's taxable, so 41.25 represents the sales tax. So all you have to do is save this to complete the posting process and complete your problem 8-5. Finally, you would like to double check your general ledger trial balance.